highlight is the concept of base rates. This is a very important dimension to understand risk and rewards that one can expect at any point in time. I draw upon a nice poll which I read in this book called The Art of Thinking Clearly. So there was a survey which was done in Germany, and Germany is a country where the name Mark is very popular. So the survey question was that Mark, a citizen of Germany, likes to listen to Mozart. He's a fan of Mozart. We want to ask all of you, Mark is likely to be an English professor, or he's likely to be a truck driver. And in that survey, most people said that Mark is likely to be a literature professor. So this came from the concept of stereotyping, that, very unlikely that a truck driver would be listening to a sophisticated musician like Mozart. And that's why most people said that he would be a literature professor. But actually, the real answer was Mark is more likely to be a truck driver, because the ratio of truck drivers to literature professor in Germany was roughly 100:1. So by the principle of odds, by the principle of mathematical probability, it was very easy to conclude that Mark would be a truck driver. But we operate with our biases, our stereotypes, our past experiences. How do I connect that to markets? The bottom slide here, the bottom chart here is a chart of the price to earning ratio of Nifty for the last 22 years, all cycles, and you see a lot of mean reversion. It's never a linear line going up only in one direction. It goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. The boundary conditions are, in bear markets, the valuations bottom out in the 10 to 15 range. In bull markets, the valuations peak out in the 25 to 30 range. Currently, as you see here on the right corner, the range has broken, but that is more of a special situation because of a one-time collapse in earnings. So you can ignore that. But having said that, we are closer to the valuation peaks of all cycles. What does data show? Whenever one has invested at valuation peaks, long-term returns are around, let's say in 2000, if you had invested at similar peaks, since then till today, over 22 years, the return of equity was 11.8%. Now 11.8 in today's world looks very good because the interest rates are low today. But someone on that day in 2099, 2000, actually interest rates were also 9 and 10%. So the difference between fixed income returns and equity returns was not too large. Within the same year, just 1 year before, in the bear market of 96, 97, 98, if one had invested towards the lowest band of valuation, since that day till today, returns are 14.6% CAGR. So just remember the difference, your entry environment makes a huge impact on your long-term returns. Similar example, when we look at 2008-9 cycle, at the peak of 2008, if we had invested since that day till today, returns are 7.4, very similar to a low duration or a short-term fund over the last 13 years. And 13 years is not a short time horizon. Had one waited for just 9 more months and valuations came to the lower end of the cycle, returns since that day till today have doubled 14% CAGR over 13-year period. Likewise, very recently, 2019, valuation peaks. Since then to now, returns are roughly around 8.6. So my summary here is look for base rates, the concept of, when, at what environment, what type of returns are likely. Now, base rates normally play out 80 to 90% of times. And I would urge all of you as advisors to always ask these questions, that where are we in the cycle, whether in equity as an asset class, fixed income as an asset class, gold, commodities, international stocks. So don't go by past performance chasing. I'm linking it to the last, 2 slides. Look at where is the environment, what is the base rate, where are we in the cycle, and what has been the experience in the past. Learn from data, learn from base rates. Very shortly, we are coming out with a very, interesting digital game or a digital tool, which is called the Advisor Ruler, which will capture these base rates for each asset class, the valuations, the interest rates, and highlight that in each phase, what type of funds did better in the next 3, 5, 7, 10 years, whether in fixed income or in equity. The conclusion here is, when interest rates are low, stick to lower duration, lower maturity products. When valuations are low, stick to aggressive equity products, and vice versa.
Right now, and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.